Hello learners, in this lecture we'll see how the process of the production of the concrete is going to happen. We always seen there is a concreting being taking place, right? We always seen the concrete and all, but we exactly don't know what is the process of that, how the concrete is manufactured, what is the steps of that, right? We'll try to see them now. So to begin with, the stages of manufacturing of a concrete, the first stage always what we practice is called as batching, right? So the first stage is called as batching. So in this we have two ways. One is that you can do normally if you see a local construction and all. There what happens, a mason and let us say a contractor will be there, and they have the, I mean, they will be keeping the cement bags, the coarse aggregate, the fine aggregate, and the water ready, and they try to prepare the concrete there. So that is normal manual batching, I would say. But if you work for a very big companies and all, so there what happens is we don't do anything on the site. We bring the concrete from the batching plant. So you can see it here, right? These are called as batching plants. So these are called as silos, or you can pronounce it as silos as well. So this will be storing cement in it, and then they'll be storing the coarse aggregate and the fine aggregate, and they have a computer system inside here. You can call it as a control room. So all the mixed design will be set up here, like what is a grade of a concrete that you have to use, what is a ratio of a cement, sand, and what coarse aggregate and water. If you want to add admixtures, anyhow when we go for the batching plant and all, most of the time we add admixtures also. So everything will be decided here, and within a single click what will happen, all the materials will come down from here. The cement will come from here with the help of a conveyor belt, it will go into this machine, from here it will fall, and finally the concrete is prepared here, and then it will be loaded in the transit mixer. So this entire process, what we call, that is called as batching. So once the batching is done, the next is the mixing of a concrete, right? So mixing in the sense, if you are doing a normal construction and all, this is a kind of a mixer what you see, right? Here they try to mix the concrete. So this is called as mixing. So the next one what we have is called as transportation. So once you're preparing the concrete has to be transported to a certain place, right? So with the help of a transit mixer, we try to do the transportation of the concrete. So next one what we have is placing. So once you're bringing the concrete, you have to place it, let be it in the foundation or be it in the column, the slab, whatever structural element you're using for, right? So look here, they're placing the concrete here with the help of this concrete pumps, and with the help of a chute, we have seen what is chute in the previous lecture. They're placing the concrete, right? So this is the fourth process. Yeah. So next is the compaction, which is called as compacting. So once you place the once you place the concrete, what will happen? It will not be having enough density. There will be loss of, I mean, there will be more voids and all. So in order to take away the voids from the concrete, and in order to make the concrete more uniform, what we try to do is we try to make we have to do the compaction, and this can be done with a different instrument. Right now you can see the vibrator needle, or you can say needle poker is what is being used here, right? So this is a fifth process. Next what we have is the finishing activity. Once your concrete is placed, you have to do the finishing so that you get a level surface, right? You can see this guy is using a floater, and with the help of that he's going to do the finishing of this. And the last one is that this is a very important, we have already seen what is curing, what is the importance of curing. Okay, sorry, we have not seen it. I'm sorry for that, we're not seen it. Yeah, so this is called as curing. What you do once your concrete is placed and your concrete is slowly starting to gain strength, from the next day itself you'll start to pour the water over the surface of the concrete, right? So this is called as curing. You can see with the help of a pipe they are doing the curing. Here maybe on the slab they already stored the water, they've created a kind of a bund here, and you will allow the water to stay here. Yeah, so these are the different process of production of the concrete. And once these things are done, and finally this is how your house looks before this is, I mean, this is how your house looks completely. But before that, these are the process that we need to follow so that we can put up a very good structure, right? So this is how it starts from batching, then the mixing, then we have transporting, then we are placing, we are compacting, we are finishing, and finally what we do is we do the curing. And once you're done with the curing and all, this is the final structure what we get to see. Yeah, now to put it in a better way and to try it, and we'll try to understand what exactly is batching, what exactly is mixing, how the transportation can be done, what are different ways of transportation, what is placing. So we'll try to understand that through this. Coming to the production of the concrete again, with the help of this flow chart, First, as we have seen, we have to do the batching of materials, right? How much amount of cement you have to take, how much amount of sand you have to take, how much amount of coarse aggregate, how much amount of water you have to do, you have to take. That is the first step what we do, which is called as batching of materials. Once that is done, we are going to do the mixing of that, right? Once you do the mixing, once you prepare the concrete, you're going to do the transportation of that. Once you're going to transport it, you're reached a place where the concreting has to happen. Then you have to place the concrete there, and in the process of placing, what you have to do, you have to do the compaction so that the required density is achieved and there is no voids in the concrete. Then once your compacting is done, everything is done, we have to do the curing so that there is no loss of water from the concrete and the concrete will start to gain its strength, right? And finally you are going to do the finishing of that. Yeah. So under the batching of materials, we have two things. One is volume batching, the second is called as way batching. So we'll try to see this in detail. As of now, understand, we have volume batching and we have way batching. Under the mixing, we can do with the help of a hand mixing, which we generally see in the normal construction. Otherwise you can make use of the machine, which is called as machine mixing. So if you're using a machine mixing, we have tilting mixers and we have non-tilting mixers. Then coming to the transportation, you can do the transportation of a concrete with the help of a master pan, or even you can make use of a wheelbarrow. And other than that, transportation special types can be the chutes. We have already seen what is chutes, right? The big steel kind of platform what you had seen, that is called as chutes. Then you can make use of the dumper, but if you bring a dumper, what will happen, there is a chance of segregation and all. If it is for a very short distance, then dumper is okay. For a long distance, we have to make use of a transit mixer. You can make use of bucket or rope way. You can make use of belt conveyor, and even the pumping. Usually pumping is the system what we try to adopt for a high rise buildings. Then coming to the placing in the different ways for the foundation, beams, column, slabs and mass concreting. Then coming to the compaction part, compaction can be done with the help of hand compaction or vibrator compaction. And under the vibrator compaction, we have three types. One is a needle vibrator, which you already seen, which I showed you. Then we have a formwork vibrator, which is put up to the formwork, and then we have a surface vibrator. Then under the curing, so right now whatever curing I had shown you, that is normal water curing what we do, which we usually follow everywhere. Other than that, we have a steam curing. Other than that, we have radiation curing, we have electrical curing, and we have chemical curing. And this is the last step, that is called as finishing. So in the finishing, what will happen, you're going to apply certain treatments and all. Let us say you're constructing a underground tank and all. So in the underground tank, I don't want the leakage to happen. So if the leakage should not happen, then what we do, once we are done with the concreting, the curing and all, we try to put the waterproofing layers on that, right? We are going to put the waterproofing layer, and especially on the slabs and all. When we do the casting of a slab in the roof especially, what we try to do is we try to make the slab, the slab of a terrace portion waterproof. We'll put a membrane, a thin layer of a waterproofing membrane, so that what will happen, there is no leakage to the slabs. So this we try to do in the finishing. Yeah. Yeah. And this finishing can be even the normal finishing what you try to do, like I showed with the help of a floating and all. That is also finishing. The surface treatment applied finishes means the waterproofing and all what we try to do, no, that is also called as finishing of that, right? So this is the entire flow chart of a production of the concrete. So in the next lecture, we'll try to understand each of them, right from batching up to the curing, how it has to be done one by one. Yeah. So we'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.